Hey, BraveHearts. So here we are. We're in Puerto Rico, okay? Actually, we're in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And let me just say this. Today I got up and I went, there's no way I can do a one a day, okay? The jet lag hit me today. I didn't come yesterday. I came the day before. But this morning I was like, I'm still a little dull in the head. But the reality is guess what? We need to what? Override things. We need to understand that we are more than we think we are. You know, today's one a day is they can't break me. Now understand something. They're not after me, okay? It's not like Daryl. Don't be such a wimp, okay? All right, they're not after you. No, they're after everyone. This is called the harvest, everyone. So you better get that. And we're all set up for it. I mean, look at us, okay? The majority of us, 95% of the food that we bring home isn't real food. It's full of poison. We have no trouble going and buying bottled water, which is a plastic bottle, which is made out of petroleum. We have no problem taking drugs, which do not heal. We have no problem doing chemo, which is mustard gas. The reality is that it's taken them hundreds of years to get us to the point where they could go in and harvest us. And most of us are so programmed that we're rotting from the inside out, and it's coming from the invisible, which goes to the physical, which is, guess what? Your mind is going to have to become a lot stronger than your emotions. Now, I'm going to say that for the majority of the population because you're all emotional. Oh my God, oh my God. You take it all personal. You can't take this personal. This is planet Earth, a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure. It truly is. And I'm not going to take it personal either. You know what? Don't get me wrong, but guess what? I take on the biggest projects because I still have an imagination. I've turned my kitty litter into a sandbox. All right? This is my 5th time coming to Puerto Rico. I am opening up an office in Puerto Rico, and guess what it is? This office is about our university, BHN University, and it's also about, and this isn't me wanting to just get on here and just shoot my mouth off about it, but do you know how many, how can I say this, how many gauntlets I've got to go through to do this? And we have BHN, okay, abundance program. Now you might think, oh my God, what are you in the money business, Daryl? No, I'm not. But guess what? Last year alone, we taught almost 1,000 practitioners around the world. I want you to gravitate on this. These are practitioners, okay, that some of them want to go from a practitioner to a doctor because guess what? You can become a natural health doctor. You can get your doctorate in natural health, get your doctorate in Indigenous medicine, and understand something. We're not playing by their rules anymore. We are not going to be governed anymore. I've got meetings today, I got meetings tomorrow, I got meetings all the way up until Tuesday, and we're running the gauntlet to get the university in place and also to get it to a point that somebody can actually open up a corporation and not even have to come to Puerto Rico. We're working on it. And actually never pay more than 4% tax. And also, okay, listen to this, be able to go from a victim to actually getting your doctorate in natural medicine. But first of all, I want to talk about the most important thing today, and that's this. Your mind better become stronger than your emotions. They're coming at us with 4 pillars of BS, and that's going to happen within 3 months. How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel nervous, have anxiety? Well, if it does, it means that you've never put yourself first. I'm going to tell you something right now. I put myself first and foremost because if I don't put myself first and foremost, then I can't do that for anyone else. If I don't unconditionally love myself first and foremost, how do I love others? How do I love others when they attack me? When the majority of the population is never going to buy into my BS, my belief systems. Let me tell you something right now. When I say today that they can't break me, it's not like I said they're coming after just me. They're coming after all of us. And understand something. The same programs that they have for themselves, they try to hide from us. Well, understand, I'm trying to uncover all of them. Just like this, that you have to go to become a naturopathic doctor 4 years, spend a crap load of money, get yourself into debt, and because the Naturopathic Association has now cuddled itself up with the medical system, There's all kinds of rules. Okay, you can't do that. You cannot cozy up to these people. You cannot take their money. You cannot come under their umbrella. And we don't have to. See, most people think that bylaws are laws. Most people think that what just went down in the last 3 years, they had to listen to. Well, I'm not going to listen to it this time. Now, the reality is I'm not going to jump into the fire either. Like, I'm not going to go back to Kelowna, British Columbia, or go back to Canada when they unleash this next round. I mean, only a fool does that. Why would I jump into a swamp? I'm going to go where I'm the freest, where I can be creative, where I can live my life to the most potential. And the reality is this: the majority of you believe that your life is so limited. It's not your fault. But your family believes they're limited. Your friends believe they're limited. The majority of the population, like 99 out of 100 people, believe that they don't have the capability of rising up from this stuff. I don't care what the government does, what these psychos do, what the World Organization does, or any other association, okay? It doesn't matter. I'm going to mind my business. They can't break me. They never will. Because guess what? This is my life. I am going to live my life for Daryl, and I'm going to find out how I can become a BraveHeart, and then I want to share that with everyone. You know, a lot of people go, what's he really up to? Well, you go ahead. You keep on trying to find out what I'm really up to. See if you can find something. Is it about the money? Is it about the prestige? Is it about him wanting followers? It's nothing about that. But you go ahead, and there's a lot of people out there that as soon as somebody starts to rise, they want to pull them down. You don't believe me? Well, why don't you go and see if you can unconditionally love yourself for just 1 week and find out if your spouse, your children, your mother, your father, if all of them just unconsciously try to pull you down. You're not allowed to fly. First, love yourself, okay? And that's why I say they'll never break me, because I am just so far away from being what we would call a normal person. I'm abnormal to all the so-called people that think they're normal, which they're not normal. Because if you believe that an autoimmune disease is normal, then guess what? You got another thing coming. And understand that means self-poisoning. And understand, yes, you did create your own disease. But you did it on an unconscious level because they made you. And when they make you, they're going to break you. This is why you go to school when you're as early as 5 or 6, because they don't want you to find your authenticity. This is why so many systems and so many religions, I'm not saying all of them, so many schools are for fools. Right now we have a sale on, and it's not about the sale, and guess what it's called? Don't send your kids back to school. Why would you do that? I'm going to tell you something. If I had children right now, they would travel with me. I would figure it out. I'd get a nanny. Did you ever notice something? When you really want something in life and you put it out there and you're so passionate about it, yes, it scares you, but you're so passionate about it and it's creating so much energy for you, you always get it. You always figure a way out. So understand something. Your BS, your belief systems, they're shaping your personality at every given moment. And guess what? I did a one-a-day today, just a posting, and this is it. If you're not going to live in the present moment, then you're not going to heal. You can only heal in the present moment. You can only become wealthy on any level, whether it's about health or wealth or changing your emotions, winning at anything, unless you're going to stay in the present moment. You cannot care what these guys, these psychos are doing, right from your local government all the way up to your federal government. I don't care what they're up to. It is none of my business. Look at the whole thing's gotten nuts. Just before I went got off the plane, I put immunity essential oil on my neck. And when I came through customs in San Francisco, they thought that what was on my hand was actually some kind of chemical for a bomb. I kid you not. And then they opened up my stuff and they saw what? 3 phones, because I'm on 3 phones right now. I got TikTok going, I got FaceTime going, and I've got Instagram going. Okay, so now there's 3 phones, and then I have a third phone in case I'm interviewing someone, because this is my studio, And right away they thought that these were burner phones and that this was a bomb. You should have saw it. I got to tell you, everybody there, you know, the guys that check your luggage and they do the pat down. Well, I got 2 pat downs, rough pat downs, man. They were just feeling everywhere, okay? I just let them go for it because that's what you got to do. I got 2 massages, really deep massages. And the reality is they really thought they had something, especially with the 3 phones, okay? And the so-called chemical. And I said, guys, that's called immunity. It's an essential oil. It was still on my hand. Oh, no, 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 no. They had to call in a bomb specialist, a poison specialist. Yeah. So the reality is, do I let that bother me? Or do I just go with the flow? Somebody just asked, am I in Mexico? No, but I am going to Mexico. Right now I'm in Puerto Rico. This is San Juan, Puerto Rico. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the water. It's so blue here. This is where I'm opening up an office for BraveHeart Nation University and BraveHeart Abundance Program. And I'm in meetings until Wednesday, and then I fly out Wednesday, and then I go to Texas. I just gotta wait. We're opening up one really big fulfillment center in Texas, and we're closing down 3 smaller ones because these are still government regulated. Everything I do from now on has to be in our control. Think about it. They want to control you. What can you do to break away from them so that they don't break you? They can only break you because they make you. And they can only make you if you buy into their BS. And guess what? Their BS is only bylaws all the way up the chain. They're not laws. Let me tell you that right now, okay? There is protection for you, but only if you're willing to protect yourself. Didn't you open a facility in Mexico? Yes, I did. And I closed it down. Okay, all right, there was bigger things to do, like creating BraveHeart Nation University, creating this abundance program. Can I tell you something? Honestly, whether you like it or not, or whether we like it or not, whether I like it or not, and that's this. For my practitioners to succeed, I got to make sure that they can keep their bloody money. Not bloody money, but their money. And the reality is this. I knew there was a way, so I'm working with Dr. Ben Aguilera. Now, listen to this. So anyways, he was asked to be on the Supreme Court. He turned it down. Okay, he is very big into government, but he is not part of government. And he believes in BraveHeart Nation, and he's going to take us all the way through. We will have the BraveHeart Nation Abundance Program, and we will have it to the point that it's 1, 2, buckle your shoe, and you can actually get a corporation for $7,500, and I will treat you like royalty, and we will make sure. We're opening an office here, and then you will pay 4% tax for the rest of your life, even if you're from China, Israel, it doesn't matter where in the world. Puerto Rico is the only place that you can open up, okay, where they can't break you and take you. So, you know, and then if you get a second corporation, you can get a nonprofit where you take that 4% and you offset it, and now you can do something really wonderful in the world. Because whether you think so or not, your tax dollars are actually going towards something that is actually helping you in your town, in your city, or your country. I mean, this is illusion. This is an illusion. Because if you didn't know this, before the Second World War, there was schools, there was hospitals, there was roads, there was everything. And guess what? There wasn't federal tax. So you need to get that. I don't mind paying my share, but understand something. What my share should be is teaching people how to stand in their own power. I mean, seriously, the only thing that you want in your life is what? Peace. Okay, no matter what the chaos is, what the war is going on in the world, mind your own business. And when you like to know how to do that, well, I am dedicating the rest of my life to that because I found it. And you can believe it or not believe it. I deal with the same crises or even more crises than you because I have these big plans and they blow up in my face. You don't think people pass on and leave the planet? My family? You don't think people get sorry? I mean, you don't think that people get sick in my family? Do you think that everybody loves Daryl in my family? Listen to me. A lot of people in my family would want nothing to do with me because I'm not part of the program. I need to understand that 90 to 95% of my family, my friends, are never going to buy into my BS. And I get it. But the reality is my BS is called unconditional love for myself and everybody in this world, no matter if they like me, no matter if they hate me, doesn't matter. And understand this, I'm not going to get offended by anything that's going on because this is planet Earth, and I keep telling you this. how long is the course in Puerto Rico? We have a course coming in Puerto Rico, but that's a BraveHeart healing circle, which is 4 days, and that's in that's actually in the February, and early February. You can go to braveheartnation.com and see all my courses. There'll be a 4-day BraveHeart Health and Healing Circle, and then there'll be a 3-day pelvic restoration for women only, and then there's the Wolf non-surgical. I am not going to do a whole life coach in January because I may be going to Africa to reshoot the BraveHeart online emotional intelligence course. Okay, so I've got my son Sage and another couple advanced trainers going to do the BraveHeart Health and Healing Circle, then the pelvic restoration course, which is 3 days, and then the Wolf non-surgical course in Puerto Rico. That's all that's going to happen there. All right. If you take a look at our agenda, we only have one more New World Practitioner course, which is a whole life coach certification and a Wolf non-surgical certification, and then a pelvic course in Bonita, Florida. That's the last one of the year, and that happens in early October. Go to braveheartnation.com, and then we don't start up again until here in February, and then from here we go to Texas. We do Texas, we do Barrie, Ontario, we do Kelowna, British Columbia, and we do Florida next year. And then I go to Australia in July, and I'll be in Australia for 6 weeks to 2 months. I love Australia. I love the people because I'm going to be doing what is called, if you take a look at my lecture schedule, I do with a day with the doc. So we spend like about 6 hours together where you can come and you can challenge me. You can learn from me or challenge me. I don't mind anybody challenging me, okay? All right? If you know what? You can challenge me on any level that you want, all right? And that's really important, that because what happens is everybody has questions, and if I'm talking about something new to you, then guess what? You're not going to accept it until I answer all your questions. So you don't have to come and go, oh, I believe in you, Dr. Wolf. You don't need to trust me. You don't need to believe in me. But go into my library. That's free. So there, I didn't take your money, did I? Okay. You can come on these channels, and I will keep talking if you want to listen. The reality is that someday you might want to come and get certified as a whole life coach, or you might take a BraveHeart circle, or you might want to learn the most powerful body work in the world called Wolf non-surgical. And I'll back that up with a money-back guarantee. Just like I back up all our consultations with a money-back guarantee. See, I am so unusual and so different. And if I believe in my stuff, I have to give a money-back guarantee, don't I? So that's why I give a money-back guarantee in all my consults, all my courses, all my trainings. All right? If you're not completely happy the first day when you take a certification or a training, we'll give you your money back. We don't even want you there. But it's not free. Well, listen to me. Look at all the stuff that is free. My library is completely free. And let me tell you something. If everything was free, it wouldn't be worth it. That's one thing. And when everybody gets things for free, they don't value them. I have the best online emotional course called BraveHeart Online Intelligence. And guess what? Only 1 out of 500 people ever finish the course. And it's a great course. And it's in my library. And the other thing is this. How many places stay open when they give everything away from free? What is wrong with you people? Did you know that when you get something for free, it's not worth anything? And when you get something for free, they want something from you. Really? We get free education? No, it's not education. It's manipulation. Okay, we get free healthcare? It's not healthcare. Because only self-care is healthcare. There is no such thing as, you call healthcare actually surgery, drugs, getting referred to all these specialists that if he's a nose doctor, he looks at your nose. If he's an ear, he looks at your ear. He doesn't look at who you are. Like when somebody walks into our clinics, our practitioner, they look at the condition they're in, not the condition they have. Because the condition you have is only a symptom, okay, from the condition you're in. And the condition you're in is who did the programming. Let me tell you something. If you're not brainwashing yourself, then somebody else is doing it for you. And people who get on here and go, no one takes, free seriously. You got it, Linda. Nobody takes free seriously. And if it was free, it would be half-assed. And we're not going to do that. But my library's free. And that took me $250,000 to put in there. Go in there. all the master classes you get for free. And do you know why we do it? Because guess what? The majority of the population isn't worth anything. When you're not worth anything, you're not willing to spend anything. And that doesn't mean anything about you. You've been taught that you're worth nothing. Because guess what? They did break you. Because they did make you. Because most of the belief systems in your head, and people that want things for free, they don't have the right belief systems to become healthy and wealthy on all levels. And you better get that. So guess what? That's the broken program, is your BS, your belief systems that aren't your belief systems, that are everybody else's belief systems. And until they're your belief systems, you will never be standing in your power, okay? Until you have an inner standing that you have everything that you need, it's all God-given, and understand you only have what you're wearing, where you live, the people that are around you, because of the actual frequencies you put out there into the universe. Because God answers all of us if we deserve it. You know what? You know, a lot of people want things, but they're never going to get them because they were taught that they don't deserve it. They either have sinner syndrome, or they have, I'm a failure, I'm not good enough, or guess what? You have this thing in your head that you did something wrong when you were younger. Let me tell you something. I did everything wrong. And understand, that's what made me today. And if I were to buy into all of the belief systems out there, I might have killed myself by now, because that's why people will actually opt for suicide, because the damn belief systems, whether it's religion, whether it's family, whether they got it from a school, they got ruled, schooled, and fooled, and they got screwed over, and guess what? They go, well, guess what? I'm not worth living. I feel so bad, I feel so guilty, I'm going to kill myself. And if I don't kill myself, I'm going to become an alcoholic, okay, because I have to drown myself, or I'm going to become a drug addict, whether it's prescription or street, because I need to become someone else, because I don't have the approval of the people that love me, so I'm going to blow myself up. That's never going to happen. I don't need your approval, and I'm never going to take anything personal, whether you like me, love me, doesn't matter, because if you ever knew how to play the game on this planet, it's called unconditional love for yourself and everyone else. And if there's something that you do not care for, guess what? If I don't like broccoli, I'm not going to buy it. If I don't like the government, I'm not going to buy into their BS. If I don't like the medical system, I'm not going to buy into the BS. If I don't like Dr. Wolf, then what are you doing on this on my platform right now, upsetting yourself? Don't do that. So don't use me to feed your belief systems, because you need to make me into the bad guy. Okay, because the medical system's not the bad guy. The government's not the bad guy, because they're not broken. They're doing exactly what they were built to do. Feed off human beings and sell them off by the pound and make you think that there's no way that we can fix things. The government works for an internal government that works for the war machine. It's never going to change. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Except unconditional love. And they're never going to break me. And look at, if I'm willing to come on a platform and say it out loud and say it proud, I want you to say things loud and proud and stand up for yourself today. Don't stand up for me. I don't need anyone to stand up for me. You need to stand up for yourself, with your family, your spouse, your children, and the rest of the world. What makes you feel amazing? What do you love about yourself? Go dust off your passion, your purpose, and guess what? And you go all the way. Don't tell yourself what you can't do. Don't tell yourself and limit yourself, because guess what? The sky is not the limit. Your belief systems are, and they're not your belief systems. Let me tell you something. If you have a family that is so full of worry and full of fear, well, guess what? That's the only virus, okay? Because there are no other viruses. And if you look up the word virus, it just means toxin. It's not something that's alive. But if it's a belief system and it's toxic and you feed it, it's going to eat you up, sweetheart. It's going to eat you up. And that's it. I'm just going to tell you something. I'm going to do whatever is the most powerful thing. And the most powerful thing will never be what the herd does, the majority does. No. And the reality is guess what? When they tell you that statistically, for your age and for your weight and who you are, this is what you get, that's BS. So why don't you change your personality, change your reality? If you want to stay a statistic, then just act like everybody else. And remember something, it is just an act. So when you're all done acting, why don't you calm yourself down, rewrite your story instead of it having their story, and then guess what? Pretend you're someone else doing something else, and guess what? You'll become it. The only reason why you might have a really bumpy life is because, guess what? Your belief systems. You created a horror story. You're the writer, you're the director, you're the producer, and you're the leading star. And so don't be looking to put the blame on the government, the medical system, or anyone else. Listen to me. This is a life-challenging, fun-filled adventure called Planet Earth. And I truly believe, I'm going to leave you with this. The day that you have unconditional love for yourself and everyone else, and the day that you only mind your own business and focus on that which you love and where you want to be and what you want to see, well then, baby, it's over. You've got it. That's it. Right now, I got jet lag, but I love my life. And I've got hurdles, big ones here in Puerto Rico. Okay, I've got things happening all over. You know, I've got a clinic opening up in September. I'm going to go do the grand opening in Kelowna. I'm going to do a one-day lecture there, and we're going to open up that Doc of Detox clinic. Okay, I've got another clinic and a fulfillment center. It's huge in Texas opening. I got to go down and shut everything down in Mexico, open up the offices here, and you might go, wow, is he crazy? No. I have a time expander. I have an energy expander. And that's called unconditional love for myself. And I will take one thing at a time. And there is no life-threatening thing. And I will not create stress for myself. I will stay connected to my breath, have a slight smile, no matter what goes on in the world. There will always be wars. There'll always be divorces. There'll always be diseases because people are so easy to be programmed. You will never hear of me getting divorced because I don't buy into it. You'll never hear of me having a disease because that's just a symptom of your body trying to tell you, why can't you love me? And I already love my body, so there'll be no disease for me. You'll never hear that I had to take a day off because I had a headache or because I had the cold or the flu, which is just your body trying to drip out toxins because you haven't learned how to love yourself yet. That's the bottom line. So you better learn how to put a smile on your face, connect to your breath, and buy into some of my BS because they're coming for us again. And guess what? I will not, if somebody says, I'm going to spin here, Dr. Wolf, am I going to come close enough to get a slap in the face? No. They are going to, doctor, do you meditate? People ask me that all the time. No, I don't. I contemplate. And I talk to my source, my creator. And I sit in a quiet place. Can I say something to you? My life is a walking meditation. What would you rather do? Perfect meditating? Or would you like to perfect unconditional love for yourself 24/7 and the world, and connecting to your breath, holding a slight smile, and no matter what the bump is in the road, you're just going to slow down. You're not going to hit it at 90. And if there's a quick right-hand turn, you're going to make it. Do you know, I'm 67 years old. I used to meditate twice a day. One day I woke up and I said, no more. I'm not going to teach meditation anymore. I'm going to teach how to do a walking meditation. That means throughout your day, no matter what goes on, what crisis is in your family or in your life or personally, it's not a crisis. You're going to breathe through it. So that is the deal. Where in Texas is your clinic? It will be a place called Anna. And right now we have a clinic already, and it's in Prosper, Texas. But it will be moving to Anna, Texas. Okay, a nice little town, just 1 hour north of Dallas. Okay. All you had to do was love yourself. All you had to do was just love yourself. Unconditionally. All you had to do was not buy into any low vibrational belief that you have, because it wasn't you. You didn't create it. You actually think that your personality is your personality. I am a light energy, electrical magnetic being. I am spirit energy. I will live forever. I do not have all the answers, so understand that. If I can share something that helps you, that's all I need to do. I do not want you to follow me. Do not follow me. Follow your own dreams, but use my information to maybe put a rocket launcher on so that you will go after your passion, your purpose, and your gifts. Don't spend any money with me. Don't buy any of my products. Don't come to my courses. Don't do anything, but at least go into my library where it's free. I don't ever want you saying that, oh wow, that's all he's about. No, but the reality is this. Go in there and you'll find the most powerful information free in the world. When you have unlimited potential, you have unlimited giving. I am going to keep on giving as much as I can without crumbling my business and making sure that I pay all of the beautiful people that work with me to create this BraveHeart Nation dream. And that's it. Look it, I'm not telling you I know anything. I'm just going to tell you this stuff. One law, one love, unconditional love for yourself first and foremost. If you could perfect that, okay? And then I know maybe you can't forgive people, but I don't have to forgive anyone anymore because I don't judge them. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. I judge no one. When you go to pay Monopoly, you're going to have to use fake money, right? Well, when you come to planet Earth, you're going to have to use fake money, right? Because they make it out of nothing. It's a stranglehold on us. But I'm learning how to play the game, and I know how I'd like to see it. I can't change everything, but I will tell you this much. I will figure how to get through this gauntlet, and then I will take my brothers and sisters that want to go through with me. Have a beautiful day, everyone. And I know I'm going to. Believe it or not, I'm sweating like crazy on the porch here. Right now I've got to go to a meeting, and I'll see you tomorrow. I didn't know if I'd be able to do a one-a-day today. Can you tell I'm a little fuzzy? All right? Anyways, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit fuzzy, okay? And remember this, okay? It's not about me loving you. It's about you loving yourself. Okay? Let me see if you can get through today and not have one negative thought about yourself or the world or anything else that's going on. God bless. And I do mean that. Whatever your God is, if it makes you feel beautiful and it lets you totally off the hook and it makes you rise, then surprise. You're on target. Take care.